Hello friends, welcome to Teach Tech Institute, and in our today's OpenStack Fundamentals series tutorial videos we will be discussing about installing OpenStack using Packstack. So in today's episode we will be showing you live demonstration. So if you have remembered, we already covered in our previous episode where we have discussed the same topic, but we were mostly covering on the theoretical part, like what are all the components or modules you need to choose in the answer file, how to generate the answer file, and then proceed with the installation. So that you have already seen in our previous episode. If you have not seen, please click on that right top and go and watch that, and then you come back here again to watch and understand the procedures. So in today's episode we will be mostly covering below topics. First thing, we will see how you can install the Packstack. So we will be installing Packstack on our controller node, so keep it in mind. So you need to install that in controller node. Then we will see how you can generate an answer file and then edit that answer file with the necessary modules. Then we will see workaround for SSL keys. So in my case, what happened when I selected Horizon to use HTTPS with SSL enabled, so it didn't work. So I had to create the SSL keys manually and mention them in my answer file. So that I will show you how you can do that. Then we will see how to create a Cinder volume. So in Packstack we will be mentioning like automatic creation of Cinder we will be making as a disabled. So we will create a manually one Cinder volume and then we will use that as a Cinder. So that also we will see, and then we will run the Packstack obviously to install the OpenStack or deploy the OpenStack, whatever you say. It takes around 20-30 minutes, depends on the options you have selected, and also depends on the resource available on the compute and controller node. So that we will see, and then we will verify the installation. We will check the hypervisors, we will check the Horizon dashboard, like how the installation looks. So those things also we will see. So let's start the demonstration without wasting further time. So first thing we will do, we will log in to our controller node. So let's log in ssh ctrl.example.com, that is my controller node. So yes, I logged in. So first thing what I will do, I will install the Packstack OpenStack package. So OpenStack hyphen Packstack is the package name in your Red Hat. So I am using Red Hat 7.3. So this is the package you need to install. So let's proceed with the installation. If you start installing these, you will see this OpenStack Packstack module is installing various other dependency packages. So you can see like it is installing Ruby, Puppet, and a Python module. So remember one thing, Packstack uses Puppet to configure those modules. So you need to have Puppet available in your repository to proceed with the Packstack installation. So it's much easy and quick to install the Packstack. So now we have done the Packstack installation. What we will be doing now next, we will generate an answer file and then we will modify that answer file with various parameters so that we can proceed with our OpenStack installation. So to generate the answer file, we need to run the command packstack -gen -answer -file. So we are just generating the answer file in home directory for the root user, so that is in /root. So let's generate. It will take some time to generate and it will come out. So now if you verify, you will see there is a answer file being created. So this answer.txt, this is the file Packstack will be using to install OpenStack. So we will modify this file with various parameters. Let's start the modification. So first you do open vi, then answer file. So here we will be using few things. So like suppose if you are going into config default password section, if you don't want to set manually password for each module, or you want to use the same password for all module, you just set the password here, so it will set same password in all other places. So I'm just keeping that as of now blank. Second thing, you need to install the MariaDB. So this MariaDB will be backend database. So it's ES, where Glance will be installing. Config Cinder installation will be doing also. Yes. So Cinder will be installing, but will not configure the Cinder volume. So let's move to the next thing. So if you want to have the OpenStack shared file system, so that service called Manila, you can put like yes, or else you can keep it no. So as of now we'll be keeping it as a no only. Nova definitely we need, so installation is yes. Neutron definitely we need to put it yes. Horizon definitely we need, so yes. The Swift installation as of now, what we will do, will not install Swift, we will do it as a no. Then we will move to the next, that is Celiometer we need, and these things are fine. Let's move to the heat section. Sahara we don't need. So config heat installation, that's like for orchestration, so we will need that, so we will make it as a yes. Then we will be moving to the next section, that is config compute host. We will search it. So here you can see config host compute is trying to install it on our controller node, so we will not install it in our controller node, so we will make it as a 30. So that is our first compute node. So if you want to have another node, you just give comma and put the next IP of the next compute node. Similarly, if you see here like config network host, where you want to have your network, so if you are having a separate server for networking, you definitely change it here. Here we are not using VMware, so we will be keeping it as a no. Then we will be moving to the next sections. We will set the MariaDB password. So this is the option. So config MariaDB password. So here you can see there is a junk password. So let me just change it to something easier to remember. So we'll set as a Red Hat. So keystone password also, if you want to change, you can change like that. So instead of that, we will be changing the keystone root admin password. So here you will see. So one more thing, default region name. So you can create a separate region here, like suppose you are doing it for Europe, you put like Europe. So whatever is easy for you. So we are just keeping it default. So username, so you can change your keystone admin username. So let me put something separate. So let me put TrichTech. So this will be the admin user, and this is the password. So we will be changing the password for keystone admin password. So we are putting Red Hat. So we will then move to the next option. Now we will check for the Cinder. So this is the option, Cinder volume create. So here you can see it is yes, so we don't want to take this, we will put it as a no, and rest of the things will not do anything. Here we will go down, any Cinder related things, some other things you can do here, backend servers kind of options. So we don't want to do here anything. We will install for LPAS. So this is load balancer as a service. So here you can see load balancer as a service is set as a no, so make it yes. And we want to have neutron metering agent, yes. and then we will use the firewall also as yes, firewall as service, we'll do yes. VPN as service, if you want you can put it as a yes. So as of now we don't want to do anything on that. So this is a Neutron ML2 type driver. So VXLAN you can have, VLAN you can have. So what I will do, I will use VLAN. Sorry, ML2 type driver. I will set as a VLAN, and then the T9 network also. That is the next options. I will do that also VLAN. So ML2 T9 network. So let's that also set VLAN. Then we'll set the range, that will be there here somewhere. Mechanism driver, we are using Open vSwitch, we are not changing that, so you can change like that. So Neutron ML2 VLAN ranges, will be setting it up. So we'll set like we'll give a arbitrary name, physical net physical net 1, then we'll give a range 1:1000. So this is the name, we'll give physical name, then VLAN minimum is like 1 and VLAN maximum is like 1000. So this is what you will set. This is like a arbitrary name you are setting it up. Then you have to do the OVS bridge mapping also. So let's go to that option. Let me search for that. OVS underscore bridge mapping. So this is what we'll set. So let's try that OVS bridge mapping. So here you need to do the mapping of your arbitraries, whatever you create with that. So you give, and then you give br-eth 0. So this is what you are doing. So this arbitrary name we have created in our range section, and then we are mapping, that is the physical bridge, that is br-eth 0. So this is the bridge we will have as a bridge interface. Then we will map that bridge interface with our physical interface. So this is the option, config Neutron OVS bridge interface. So here we will give like br-eth 0. That's what we have used. You can see here the same name we are giving, and then we are mapping it with eth 0. That is the physical interface in our server. So once you are done with these things will make sure your all the network related configurations are done. Now we will move into the heat section. So let's search for heat. Horizon section. So we'll set like SSL for horizon. So config horizon SSL is set to no. We'll set it as a yes, so that it will use HTTPS, and then we will use heat underscore CFN. So this is like heat cloud forms installation. So that is like we will set it as a yes, and here some other options are there. So here one more thing, config provision demo. This option you set it as a no, because we are not doing any demo provisioning. So if you do this, it will install everything. So don't do these options, and once you're done with these modifications, you just save this answer file. Now one thing you remember, I told you, like if you are going with Horizon with SSL certificate, so there is a problem I faced, like it will not install properly, so I need to create the SSL keys manually. So now what I will do, I will create those SSL keys manually so that I can proceed with the installation. So let's create this key. So I'll create total 3 self-signed keys. So one is like private key. So this will start country name. So I am in India, so I'll give India, state or province, full name. Let me put Karnataka. So let me give that default company name. So I'll give Teach Tech. Organization unit, anything, let me put training, and common name. So here you need to give your server name. So my server name is ctrl.example.com because it will run on controller node. So I am giving ctrl. So here let me put suppose OpenStack admin @ just give a mail ID. So you have to give a proper mail ID. So once you're done with this will create a private key. So let's see if that key is created or not. So if you do LL, you will see there is a self-signed key is created. So similarly, we will create another 2 keys, one for VNC, one for Horizon. So let's create for VNC. So let me do same thing. I'll just keep it here and I'll create all the 3 keys. So as you can see, I have created total 3 keys. So this is one key, this is for my SSL dashboard, which means Horizon, and then I have created one more for VNC and then one for private. So once you are done with these 3 keys, you need to update the same thing in your answer file in your Horizon section and also where you need to update with your key details. So let's do that. Again open that answer file and let's update those options. So first thing we will set here the SSL CA-cert file option. So you see here config SSL CA-cert file, so etc PKI TLS CA-cert self-care. So this is the file we have created, so we'll just keep it updated here. We'll verify this is already fine, this is the name we have given. Then we will do the second option, that config SSL CA-cert key file. So this is also our key file, so etc PKI TLS private self key.key. This is the file we have created. Then we will change for VNC. So for VNC, this is the option config SSL VNC SSL cert. So here you can see for VNC SSL cert is not mentioned, so I will put the path to my SSL key for VNC. So let's put that etc PKI TLS cert SSL VNC cert. Then we will set for VNC SSL key. So this is SSL private key, so let's give that. Then we will go to the next section, that is Horizon SSL certificate. So let's go to that. So that is the option config Horizon SSL cert. So here also you will see for SSL certificate is not given here, so we will give the full path to our Horizon SSL certificate. Similarly we will give the SSL key also and CA-cert also. So let's keep that. Then move to the next config Horizon SSL key. So etc PKI TLS. So this is the private SSL key. Similarly we will give for Horizon SSL CA-cert. etc PKI TLS certs self-cert. So here you will be using the self-cert key. So these certificates will be used when you are accessing your Horizon dashboard using HTTPS. So these certificate files will be required, like Horizon, then for VNC, then your self-signed keys, all those things. So once you're done with all these configuration changes, like Cinder, then network configuration, then this Horizon, then various service enablement, you save this file, and then you run Packstack using this answer file and start the installation. So now we will do that. Let's start the installation. So one more thing, before you start the installation, you remember we have given like Cinder should be enabled, but we didn't select the option like Packstack to create a Cinder volume. So before you start it, you need to create the Cinder volume, else what will happen, your Packstack installation will get failed. So here what I will do, I have a disk VDB of 40 GB. So I will use this disk to create a Cinder volume. So let me create a partition in this VDB quickly. So nothing is there, so I'll create a new partition with primary partition number 1 first last sector, and then I'll make it as a LV. So you can see I have created one Linux LVM partition. Then once you are done with this, you save it, then you do part pro to just sync the partition table, then you do pv create dev VDB1. Now we will create a VG for Cinder. So this is VG create Cinder volumes, and then we will give /dev VDB1. So this will create a volume. We'll just create the volume, will not create any LV or file system, anything. We just create the volume and we'll keep it as it is, so that OpenStack can use this volume accordingly. So now I have created the volume for Cinder. So Cinder volume creation done, Packstack configuration, all the answer file alteration is also done. Now I will start the Packstack installation. So for running the Packstack with answer file, you give option Packstack -answer -file, then you give the path to your answer file. In my case, I created in my root directory, so I just giving like home answer.txt, so it will start. So let's start it. If we have made any mistake in our answer file, so it will fail, definitely it will say give you the option and fail. In that case, you need to open the answer file, modify that section, make it correct, and then again rerun it. You can do like that. So let's start this. So what I will do, I will start this and show you how it looks, and then I'll just skip it to the end, so to save some time. So you can see it's starting up and it is setting up that SSH keys, and also accordingly it will go for some 20-30 minutes, depends on the settings and resource we are providing to our servers. So what I'll do, I'll just pause it here and I'll come back when the installation is done. So you can see it is installed after almost 20 minutes. So I just skip that part. So you can see it's prepared and all, and then it started applying the controller node modules to controller node, and then compute node modules to compute node. And as you remember, we selected our network node as our controller node only as a network node. So it selected that. So if you have separate node, you just give that IP, so it will apply there. Once that is done, it will give you like installation completed successfully, and it will give you some information like to how to access the dashboard. So it will be giving you the IP, like okay, your dashboard you should access like this. And then also it will give you one more thing, it will generate one keystone RC admin file in your home directory. So if you see here, one keystone RC file is created, and this is for connecting to your OpenStack platform using your client or command line client. So we will not do that. If you want to do, you can see still, so it's like keystone RC, so you will see like keystone admin, and then you can do like OpenStack status. So it will give you the status of various OpenStack services. So you will see like what all services are there. Is it your see all this information. You'll see what is your Nova cert, Nova compute node. So various informations you'll see, like your neutron agent, what all services are active or not, and then it will, if you are sourcing your file, then this extra information you'll see, else you'll not see this. So like Nova cert and all these things where it is running, and Nova compute where it is running. So as you remember, we have selected first compute node as a compute server, so that's why Nova compute service is running here. Similarly, this is some flavors, the machine type that we will see in later part. How you can create this is more like your machine in your Azure or AWS machine type. So there you select some memory, disk, swap size, virtual CPU, all these things. And if you have any instance already uploaded, that also will come here. So like this, you can do the installation using Packstack. And if you want to see the Horizon dashboard, that also we can see. Let's see that also. So for that, you open your browser. So let me open my browser. So in your browser, you open your controller node. So in your case, you will get this IP, right? You can use this IP or directly like control.example.com, whatever is your host name, and /dashboard. But in my case, as I am doing in a cloud lab, so I will be using the public host name to access this. So like this I will be accessing. So once you do that, and if your installation or dashboard is proper, you will see like this. Now you remember we created by ourselves the certificate, so that's why we are getting this. If you are using a public sign certificate, so you will not get this. So you do advance and you do proceed to CT, that is our controller node. So it will see, it will start loading. So you will get a login page like this. So now you remember we have created our admin user as a Tech. So we will give that name, and then we will give the password. So then we will connect. So it will take some time and it will load, because we are doing that public lab, so it will take some time slow. So once you log in, you will see like this. So as I logged in as a admin user, I will be getting this kind of interface where I will see all the projects, and then user group roles, project admin. So all these things I will be seeing. So if I am part of various other projects, I will see that also. I can create project and all those things. So like this you can install your OpenStack platform using Packstack and configure it very easily. So in our upcoming videos we will be seeing rest of the options, like how you can create project, how you can create some instances, flavors, and all those things. So bye as of now. So we will see you in our next upcoming video. Thanks. Have a good day.